Have you ever struggled with bad breath? You've tried everything and nothing seems to help? Then you need to meet America's bad breath doctor, Dr. Harold Katz. He's here with us today because today is actually National Fresh Breath Day. So let's bring him in. Hi, Dr. Katz.
Morning.
Good morning to you. And like I mentioned, there's so many people out there that are struggling with bad breath and there's a solution for them. But let's start by debunking some myths. What can you tell us about that?
Well, number one myth is that bad breath comes from the stomach. Not true at all. It comes from bacteria in the back of your tongue, throat, and tonsils. Under certain conditions, those bacteria produce chemicals. One of the chemicals is called cadaverine, another is called putrescine, the smell of rotting flesh. So no bad breath from here. All the bad breath comes from here.
Okay. Now, with certain foods, of course, we know garlic is usually the culprit for bad breath. Is there some foods that you don't recommend us having if we have, like, I don't know, like a good date or something like that, a presentation?
Well, you mentioned garlic and onions as well. They contain sulfur compounds. Curry is a problem also with sulfur. But the bacteria react to certain food groups. For example, dairy foods. The bacteria love to chop up the dairy proteins and extract sulfur. So if you're somewhat lactose intolerant, be aware of ice cream and cottage cheese and things like that. You should avoid that as well.
Ice cream. Oh, my goodness. And how do we check for bad breath itself? I mean, is there a test that you suggest, doing something with the hand? I don't know. You're the expert here.
Well, I'm sure you've seen in movies and TV where the guy, blows into his hand. Great way to smell your hand, but no indication of your breath. So the correct way to do it at home is lick the back of your hand. Lick your own hand, by the way. Let that dry for a few seconds and take a whiff of that. If you do have bad breath, those sulfur compounds will stick to the back of your hand once the saliva evaporates.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. I had no idea about that. Great tip for today, actually, since we're, celebrating, good breath, let's say it like that, good breath day. And I see that you have some products that you created yourself. It's called Therabreath. Tell us about that and what do you suggest we do as a regimen to avoid bad breath?
Well, we created Therabreath back in 1995. My own teenage daughter at the time had a bad breath problem. You mentioned about people have bad breath, don't know what to do. We didn't know what to do with her. We used all the strong mouthwashes, and that actually made her breath worse because the alcohol made her breath very dry. I got a hold of this instrument here. It's called a halometer. It actually measures the amount of sulfur in your breath in parts per billion. Anything above 100 means your breath sucks. So let me show you how it works. This is a real onion. I don't recommend this at a party.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So way over 100.
Huh.
It's some of the Therabreath mouthwash, and as you will see, it's clear. There's no artificial colors or flavors, but it does contain oxygen compounds. That's the natural enemy of the bacteria. Cheers. Now, normally you'd rinse for about 30 seconds. You would also gargle because there are bacteria way in the back of the throat. You also brush your tongue. Very important to use the Therabreath toothpaste to brush your tongue because it has no detergents in it. That's very important. And you want to make sure to keep your mouth as moist as possible throughout the day. Drink plenty of water. Look for foods such as berries, strawberries, apples. Again, keep your mouth really moist.
Okay, how about for people that I'm sorry, doctor. So is it for people that perhaps are struggling with this, it would be an instant result, right?
Yes, it works right away and it works for 12 hours each time. So you use it in the morning, you use it again at nighttime right before you go to sleep. If you want to avoid morning breath, which everyone on the face of the earth has at one time or another, use it right before bedtime. The oxygen is working throughout the night, and that way you wake up in the morning, you're kissable.
Excellent. And can anybody use the product, the oral rinse, any age group?
It's safe for everyone. So we have fresh breath products. We also have products for dry mouth, for gum disease, for tooth decay. So we cover all the wide range of oral problems. Therabreath has a solution. Just look for the orange cap.
Excellent. And where can people find out more about Therabreath?
We have a very good website, tons of information. It's therabreath.com, Thera breath.com. If you do therabreath.com/coupons, tons of store coupons. You can pick it up at Publix, at Walmart, at Target, all the drug chains, and in fact at Amazon, #1 mouthwash on Amazon. So people are using it. They really love it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for all the information, Dr. Katz. Of course, you are the expert, so thank you for freshening everything up today.
My pleasure. Take care.